I'm a big fan of the musical Les Miserables. I've seen it 5 times on the stage, and I've watched the movie I don't know how many times. I think it's great. I think it's a real encounter with something almost spiritual. And there's one section of the movie and of the show where the hero is hearing that somebody else has been mistaken for him and is going to be imprisoned. And he struggles with his conscience about going to reveal who he truly is so that the other man could be saved. And in the song that he sings, it repeats itself many times. Who am I? Who am I? And in the end comes, I am Jean Valjean. And it's a kind of very dramatic revealing of who he really is. And while that's, of course, fiction and entertainment, and he always knew who he was but was living a lie, there are many people today who are confused about who they are, their identity, their purpose in life. We see it all around us, and we see it escalating, people confused about their worth. When Jesus one day asked his disciples, "Who do people say that I am?" Simon replied, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." And Jesus said to him, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for flesh and blood did not reveal this to you, but my Father who is in heaven. And I say, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it." And I think that's a wonderful example of finding out who you are. You can only really know who you are when you know who Jesus is. There are many opinions about Jesus, many ideas, many concepts about who this teacher, this preacher, this religious leader, who he was. But the truth is, Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus is the Savior of the world. Jesus is Lord of Lords and King of Kings. And when I understand who Jesus is, and I submit my life to that Lordship, then I know who I am. I suddenly realize who I am. I'm a son of God. I'm redeemed. I'm loved. I am cared for by God Himself. What a wonderful experience to know who you are, but you can only know it when you know who He is. And I trust that all of you listening to this have come to that place where you have met with the Son of God, when you've confessed His Lordship over your life and have discovered in so doing who you are and what you're here for, a part of God's purpose for reaching our world and making it a better place. This morning I say, who am I? I'm Tony Ling. Who am I? I'm a child of God. Who am I? I'm a servant of Jesus. I know who I am, and I'm very secure in that.